Good morning, happy Tuesday. Today is April 28th, 2020, and we are going to read chapter 18 in our book, Among the Hidden by Margaret Peterson Haddix. Luke said. He couldn't look at Jen's triumphant grin. He thought about how terrifying it was just running back and forth between his houses and Jen's. Even this morning, on his third run through the yards, his heart had pounded so hard he wondered if it would burst from fear. And in the yard, at least, he was sure, or at least sure as he could be, that no one was watching. How could Jen think he would dare go out in public where he knew people could see him, people in the government, no less, and say, "I am a third child. I want to be treated like everyone else." "Scared?" Jen said softly. Luke could only nod. Jen turned back to the computer. "Well, I am too," she said matter-of-factly. She typed something and then looked back at Luke. "Some. But don't you think it'll be a relief? No more hiding, no more pretending, just being free." Luke wondered if he'd always misunderstood the meaning of the word relief. Jen's rally sounded like his worst nightmare. "You can't think about it," she said. "You just have to decide anything, and you don't have to decide anything today. Now, ready to chat?" Luke looked back to the computer screen, and there were rows of words were unfurling. "Carlos, ... It's 1:05 here, and my parents think it's a waste to run the AC during the day. Can you say heartless? Sean, ... Why don't you just crank it up, then turn it off? Again, right before they get home. That's what Pat and I do. They'll never know. Carlos, ... Yeah, my parents probably read their electric bill. Yolanda, ... So what are you going to do? What are they going to do? Ground you? Carlos, ... Good point. I'm searching for the temperature control right now. Yolanda, ... Where's Jen? Sean, ... You know, she never gets up this early. Carlos, ... Curses, my parents have the temp control locked somehow. Told you they were evil. Where is Jen? I can't wait to hear her sarcastic comments. Luke read the words Jen was typing. "I'm right here, and Sean, I do get up early. I just don't always choose to see you first thing in the morning. And Carlos, what's wrong? Is there sweat in your eyes?" There's only one R in sarcastic. She hit another key, and the words appeared right up with everyone else's. They were followed quickly by another line. Sean, ... Good morning to you too, Jen. Glad to see you're still among the living. Jen typed quickly, "No, just among the hidden. Not the same thing at all." Then she sent it too. "What is this?" Luke asked. "Some sort of game?" He remembered Jen's mentioning a Carlos before and never explaining who he was. There was some sort of computerization imaginary friends. Carlos, Sean, and Yolanda, they're all third children. Sean's even got a brother, Pat, who's a fourth child. This is how I talk to them. Luke watched the next line of type appear. "Carlos, thanks for the sympathy, Jen." "But how?" Luke asked, still doubtfully. "Oh, you know, it's the net," Jen said. "If you've got an hour to spare, or two sometimes, I'll give you the technical book to explain it. All I care about is that it works. I'd die without someone to talk to." She was typing even as she talked. Luke craned his head to see what she wrote. "Guess what? The kid I told you about, Luke, is here with me." Quickly, 3 "Hi, Lukes" appeared on the screen. Luke fought down panic. "But the government," he said, "they'll find me." Jen playfully slugged his arm. "Chill, okay? Nobody from the government can get in this chat room. We all use a password just third children know about. And anyhow, even if someone else read this, how would they know? Just that somewhere in the world there was a kid named Luke? Big deal. But they can't trace you through the computer, and then they'll find me too." Luke's heart was still pounding. "Look, if they could trace people through the computer or through this chat room, they would have found me a long time ago," Jen said. Luke tried to think clearly. "Your parents," he said. "You said that they bribe people, so you're safe, but mine?" Jen's head was shaking. "No, I'm not safe," she said grimly. "Even my parents couldn't bribe the population police if they found me. Maybe to keep them from looking, but maybe not even that. The population police got some ridiculously big reward for every illegal they find. Why do you think I hide it all? Why do you think we have to have the rally? Everybody ought to be safe, and nobody should have to use bribes just to walk down the street or go to the mall or take a ride in a car." Luke glanced back at the computer screen where the conversation continued. "How did all these people find out the password?" he asked. "How did you?" "Well, I created the chat room, so I made it up," Jen said. "And I knew a couple other shadow kids, and I got my parents and their parents to get the password to them. Then some of those kids spread the password to other kids they knew. Last time I counted, I had contacted with 800 kids." Luke shook his head. He didn't even think even his parents knew that many people. "So what's the password?" he asked Jen. "Free, ... Jen said. "It's free." Okay, so that is chapter 18. My question to you today is, why is this rally so important to Jen? What does she hope comes out of it? So why is this rally so important? And what is the rally? So you can answer all that right in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow.